Hi guys, it's Jonathan Chan here with JChownGolf at Crondon Park Golf Club in Essex, and today we're getting through flipping at impact, how we're going to stop that flip through impact. And what there's two keys we need to stop flipping at impact, because just trying to physically stop the flip is not going to work for a vast majority of you out there. So we're going to talk about one, the root cause of flipping, how to stop that, and two, a great drill for something we definitely need to do to stop flipping. This is a really good drill for us to do that will give us, one, the feedback we need, and two, will get our body motion doing what we need to do to get the movement right for a passive release and club face through the ball. So before we get into that, guys, please make sure you like, subscribe, and hit that bell button to be notified every time I put out a video. I always put out a good few videos a week. Nice, simple, easy to understand golf instruction. We don't need to make golf hard here. We're making golf easy. But before we get into that, again, if you want anything covered in golf swing wise, any topic, anything you're struggling with, comment down below and tell me what you want for me to make a video about, and who knows, I might very well make that video very, very soon. So let's get into what we're talking about here, flipping through impact. So we're getting this look, going through impact, a lot of club face closure. So you could be a golfer out there who misses a lot of right, you could miss a lot of left as well. So this is usually, probably sometimes quite a lot of good players struggle with this kind of move. But first what we're going to do, because we know that's our misses, left or right, just big inconsistency in direction type of thing. So what is flipping? It is that club face really closing over very, very fast, really your arms and hands getting very much away from you going through the ball. So there's a lot of disconnection there as well. But what we say, the first big thing, and that's the big root cause to this problem. Now, flipping is a reaction that's going on because of something earlier in the golf swing. It's a reaction. So it's a reaction to, of course, what most things are reacting to is that club face. So if our club face is having to flip very hard for closure rate, that means our club face coming into impact, so coming in the downswing, is open for a lot of these cases. They're very, very open from there, because you can imagine if I'm coming into that golf ball and I'm already a fairly decent-ish golfer, I'm coming down in my downswing and this club face is fairly open coming in there. I've only got one option to square that fast, and that's to stop my body rotation, flip my hand, really release it really, really hard, and then turn through afterwards. But obviously your club face is square for probably a millisecond going through there, so you might hit a straight one, but you'll probably also hit a lot of right, a lot of left as well. So we know if that club face is open coming down, this is a reaction to get it to square up. Your body has to stop rotating. That's where we get that outward hand after the ball, and that's where we get the flip as well, just from trying to close over. So what do we need to do first? We need to make sure that club face is nice and square. So really, like all open club faces, we've got to find the root cause to that open club face first. For a lot of golfers I see out there, that open club face is more happening from the first move off the golf ball. We see a lot of guys out there who really would roll those forearms just very slightly. As soon as I roll my forearm, where my underside of the forearm is pointing down, that club face opens up quite a bit. Now, I'll add a card up there for a good video I've made on this one topic to really get that club face nice and square in the takeaway. If this is your problem, this is where you're opening that club face up, get watching that video. But like what we said in there, I like a good feel if, let's say our grip's nice and standard, or we've even got, let's say, a stronger golf grip, but definitely a standard golf grip, and we're doing this move, open up the club face. If we had a glove on, we would want that face of the glove, so the logo of the glove, pointing more down to the ground, getting that club face square. So what we've got to do first is establish, why are we opening up that club face? Is it because of takeaway? Is it because of when I'm coming down in my downswing, my wrist angles are really being compromised? So my wrist there is cupping, is extending, opening up the club face. Could be a number of reasons there why we're opening that club face, and really it's up to you to really search and figure that out, because there's not one true answer. It's different for everyone. But a lot of the cases, if it's opening up in the takeaway, really get working on that. So making sure that grip's nice, and really making sure when we're taking that club face back, we're getting the logo part of the glove pointing down to the ground, and that's what we want. We want that logo to be staying like that, going through the ball, pointing down to the ground. Because if I get my imaginary logo on my imaginary glove here pointing down to the ground, you can see how that club face is a lot squarer, and then it's going to really incentivize me to rotate, and then you can see through there to square that face, I just rotate through, that club face goes round me nicer. So we've got to have that club face nice and square coming in there first. But that won't completely get rid of it, because what we'll see for a lot of you guys, if you just did that, your body might learn over a long period of time to rotate a little bit better and not get this flippiness. But you'll probably get a lot of the times you'll have definitely a better club face coming down, and you start missing the ball left all the time because your body will still be used to flipping. You will still flip for a lot of the time, even when the root cause is fixed. That's why we've got to pair them two together. So let's say we've done the club face portion now. That's fixed. Whatever that was, open that club face, whether it was takeaway, wrist angles, could even be weak grip. Now that that's fixed, now what have we got to do? Because as we can see, we can still be rolling those forearms, those really getting flippy there, just out of habit from what we do what we always do. So now what we need to do, we need to learn to rotate through the ball. We need to rotate, because when we rotate and when we have that club face that is enabling us, so a square club face, to rotate, see how those hands naturally go round my body. With rotation, our hands always go round our body. You can see when I rotate on the backswing, hands go in and around me, following the arc. When I rotate on the downswing, they go around me, following the arc, getting rid of that flip type of move as well on that movement. So we know we need to get that rotation through there, because when we're having that flippiness, that rotation stops, those hands go out. So this is going to be part of this drill we're going to do. We're going to get something down here. We're going to get an alignment stick. We're going to stick it out the ground here to block, one, that flip and that outward hand path going through the ball, but two, we're going to, whilst we're doing that, thinking of rotating round as hard as we can, really rotating. So let's get into that drill. Let's show you how to set it up and really what you need to expect and what you need to do with this drill. This is an awesome drill to do for your passive release going there. Let's get to that. So guys, what we can see now, I've set up my drill here. So what we talked about just a minute ago is we want to block that outward hand path going through there, the extra flippiness that happens when we're not rotating, that club face is open coming into the golf ball. So what I've got here, of course you can stick this into the ground. The ground is absolutely rock solid here at the moment, so there's no sticking in the ground is going to happen. So we have an upturned basket. It's what you do on a driving range. Put that alignment stick in that basket, 45 degree or so angle, could even be more vicious, which I'm going to make it to where if we're going through that ball and we're getting too much flip, we could for sure hit that stick going through. So what this is going to do, this is going to encourage us to swing around, rotate, swing left, exit through the ball, and have that passive release we want to have. So what we know, that club face has to be square first before we do this, otherwise we're going to hit balls out to the right all day. We're really not going to be fixing our problem if we just do this without squaring that club face. So what we want to do here, first we're going to really make sure, like I said, swinging left underneath, really rotating as much as you can, really get that rotation in there. So if I'm getting up here and I'm going to hit a little shot here, I'm going to really think, right, I need to get myself rotating and getting my club to go underneath and around my body to miss this stick. Really easy, simple drill here. So making sure my club face is nice and square first, and then let's get underneath that stick. A nice passive one through there. Pretty good really. So what we've got to do there, we've just got to make sure we're getting underneath that stick. Missing that stick going underneath it, we can make this as hard or as easy as we want. Let's make one really quite difficult. I need to tee it up on this ground because it's so bare. There we go. So this one, I generally might hit the stick, to be perfectly honest. I've got to really go underneath and around it, because you can see even if I have a slight move where I'm going to flip, it's going to get really difficult. So if you start to get pretty good at this drill, you can make it quite difficult. So again, let's go with one down there. Pray for me on this one. This is going to be difficult. Oh, semi-chunked it, but you can see how hard it was for me to get that underneath. This is my problem, my golf swing as well. So we're really there, we made it really difficult where I had to really get myself moving around myself, really get myself rotating, because for those hands to go, we really need to be rotating to do that as well. So nice, easy, simple drill to do there, guys, where one, we can see the first step, we need to get that club face nice and square, so we don't need to have the flip in there subconsciously. But even when we do fix that root cause, we'll still be flipping a little bit through habit. So then we need to pair it with an awesome drill to get ourselves doing the right movement, and then we're doing everything we can to get rid of that flip. So a nice one, alignment stick, blocking that outward hand path, that flippy movement, and you'll be doing everything you can to get rid of that awful flip and control your ball better with better rotation. So guys, if you like that video, please smash that like, Please subscribe and hit that bell button to be notified every time I put up a video. Nice, simple, easy golf instruction, clear steps on how to get each of these areas improved in your game. I put up a good amount of them a week, so make sure you stay tuned because there's a lot more to come. And again, if you want your topic, what you're struggling with covered, please comment down below, tell me what it is, and there might be a video coming very shortly on that one swing topic. So guys, if you're a flippy golfer out there, club face, rotation with a drill, and you're good to go to have that nice passive release.